Everybody, Pacific Sports Talk Radio here, coming at you guys live. Just gonna hit that tweet. We got a new setup here.
Yes, sir.
Good
morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Pleasure to be with you guys.
Yeah. So last week was a tough week for the pod, but we battled through it. We went 2-2.
Yeah.
So how you feeling here?
It's early, but I'm stoked to be talking football today.
No, I hear you, brother. Spot. All right.
There you go. You got it.
All right. Cool.
Sorry, we were trying to find the chat, guys. Bear with us. We're trying a new setup.
All right. So last week we went 2-2. We had the Rams over. That was pretty money.
Yeah, Rams Cardinals had a shootout. Not what we expected. How lopsided it was, though. But yeah, the overhit.
It worked out.
The Colts, they took out the Dolphins, right?
Yeah, the Colts took out the Dolphins. That was pretty easy peasy.
Yeah, we like that one a lot. Now the Vikings, that was a tough game, 14-7 to the Browns. The Browns are a good team. We'll be talking about the Vikings later. Panthers plus 3.5. They played the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, the Panthers got smoked.
The Cowboys utterly dominated them. So.
Yeah, so actually I put a poll up, and you see that yes thing that's kind of going across the screen. Just a question for the stream to react to would be, do you think the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders?
That pod you had me watch, some guy threw down $4,000 on the Cowboys to win.
Yeah.
So people are starting to board the Cowboys train, but
I can kind of see it, honestly. I mean, they just need their defense to play well because Dak's just down, man.
Yeah. I feel like everyone has such high scoring offenses. I feel like it's gonna come down to teams' defenses.
Yeah, who has
this is an offensive league now.
Who has a comparable defense?
Just get a couple stops.
It's not the Chiefs, man, but we're gonna get into that.
No, the Cowboys have a better defense than the Chiefs. The Chiefs are treading water right now. They're struggling, bro. All right. So.
All right, man.
Oh, how did our coin flip bet go?
Our coin flip bet. What was our coin flip bet?
It was
You're gonna have to. Oh, it was the it was the Ravens.
Yeah.
Our coin flip bet won.
Oh yeah, we got the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
I wonder which one of us wanted to take the Ravens in that game.
That was you.
Thank you.
The coin flip always knows. Coin flip's 3-1 this year.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
All right. So. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool. We're doing matchups now, guys.
All right, guys. So we got McVay 6-3 against the Hawks lifetime. Then he's also 8-2 on the road off of a loss since becoming the Rams head coach.
Yeah.
In 2017. Or no, it was early. Yeah. 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Rams minus what is it?
-2.5.
-2.5. I'm leaning that way on that one. Where do you feel there?
I'm shocked that you agree with me on this. I like the Rams. That's actually one of my picks, actually.
I love the Rams.
First time ever.
I love the Rams -2.5 because we both know that the Seahawks kind of got lucky there with playing a rookie quarterback coming in at the second half, and then Jimmy Garoppolo just couldn't figure it out. They shouldn't have won that game. In my opinion, if the team had a comparable quarterback, if Taylor Heineke was the quarterback for the entire game for the Niners,
mm-hmm.
Someone in the 15 to 18 range of the quarterbacks, I feel like the Niners probably would have pulled it out, just with how their defense played in the first half.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that, if Trent Cannon, which is a 49ers special teamer, if you guys didn't watch the game, if he didn't fumble the kickoff, it could have been the Seahawks could have lost that game. We don't know what would have happened.
Didn't he do something else too? He had 2?
Yeah, but he fumbled on the 7-yard line, right? So Trey Lance came in down 14.
Yeah.
What is he supposed to do there? So the Seahawks got thoroughly dominated. They had negative yards going into half, right? Didn't they have negative passing yards or rushing?
They're getting there.
So
they're getting handed.
Granted, we're Niners fans, but the Niners are not as great as we thought, and the Cardinals look like the real deal. They got a great pass rush. They have great offensive weapons. Even AJ Green is revitalizing his career. If you guys want fantasy questions about him, I'm shocked right now. He's averaging 6 receptions a game.
Wow.
It's crazy.
You're pulling out the stats this morning.
Well, I was looking at waivers last night. Waivers were pretty wild. But I honestly think this number should be a little bit bigger. I just think because it's a divisional game and it's in Seattle. What do you always say? They give the home team 3 points, right?
You give the home team 3 points. Sometimes you give Seattle another half just because they're home crowd.
I think the Rams are so much better than the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks, like by a full team standard, like team wise, are the worst team in the NFC West. Sorry.
I think I agree with you, and then I also believe that just with what I said, McVay's really had his way against the Hawks.
Yeah.
He's 6-3 against PK.
Yeah.
And then they're 8-2 on the road off a loss. So it doesn't really matter where they are. They beat the Hawks last year in the playoffs in Seattle. I mean, if you're going to talk about a game that mattered, wouldn't you say that one mattered a lot to the Seahawks?
Yeah, no. That was considered an upset technically, even though McVay's had
his way
with Carroll. So
McVay has his way with Carroll. We like the Rams minus or plus. Is it plus or
they're
minus?
-2.5.
-2.5.
Yeah,
I'll take them with a field goal.
I think coming off losing that division, divisional games are so important, right? They're going to be fighting for every divisional game, and I think coming off of a loss, like the Rams are going to be totally locked in and getting embarrassed technically at home, right? Weren't they at home?
They're at home. They lost by at least 10 points.
They weren't at the Cardinal Stadium. Yeah, that was bad.
Justin says, "What's up, man? You were right about the Jets. How about them? The Chiefs, though. Chiefs was money. I got to give it to you, bro."
Yeah, good call, Justin.
Yeah, good call on that. The Jets, man.
Yeah, he got the freaking Jets. Who would have known, man?
I'm not going to talk too much about the Jets today, But yeah, that was a pretty sweet upset. What is it? Wilson, he looked pretty solid.
Well, he's got all the talent in the world. It's
Yeah.
just like, he's a little bit too much of a gunslinger right now, and I think Saul is kind of trying to find his groove in coaching.
I believe in Salah.
I do too. He's a good coach.
He's got passion out there. You can see it.
He's got some passion. So we'll do Rams. We both agreed on it. So
we like the Rams.
That has to go in our favorites.
-2.5. You got the Pens, so you throw that on.
I got you.
What's going on? What's going on, Brad Montgomery? How's it going, dude?
Hey, man.
Just chilling, doing some fantasy football talk.
Should I
tight end?
Should I move it over a little bit?
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. We need to move this over 1 second. We can't see your guys'.
Just move it over a tiny bit.
Like right there.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. Cool. Better. Pitts or Cowboys tight end? Oh my God. Okay. So Justin, I'm dealing with this shit right now. It's Kyle Pitts, bro. To be honest, in our league, I wanted to pick up Dalton Schultz, the Cowboys tight end, and I would start him, to be honest, over Pitts, but I just had nobody to drop. We have a short bench.
Titans -4.
Titans minus. I have the Titans on here, actually.
That's
They're playing the Jags.
Okay, so hey, let's Titans are -4 right now?
Yeah. Against the Jaguars.
Ooh. All right, we're going to be talking
I have that written down here.
I don't have that one written down. We'll talk about that.
We'll get into that, Justin.
All right. Chiefs minus Trace.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, it's hard to pass on the Chiefs.
Aren't they 2.5 right now?
They were 2.5. It might have moved.
Did it move?
People are probably. I mean, dude, anyone's gonna take the Chiefs -3 at home.
I don't know. Okay, we're jumping around. I like the over in that game. I'm not I don't know if.
All right, let's keep to the.
We'll get into those, Justin.
Let's keep to the routine here.
So Rams. All right, so that was yours, right?
Yeah.
So I personally like Houston +9 against the Pats.
Do you like Houston +9?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I do like that.
But
too.
there's a catch.
No, I like that too.
Do
you want Tyrod?
I need Tyrod to throw. I can't have Davis Smith. I can't have him in there.
All right. Well, then why don't you just start it? You got your pen on that.
I start it. It solely depends if Tyrod's ready to play.
Justin asks, "Where's Gilmore going?"
Well, I saw Devontae Adams was recruiting him this morning.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, hit me up, bro, on Twitter.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
That'd be a hell of a DB room. They have some dudes, and I think the Packers, one of them is hurt, so that'd be.
They would need it. Well, they would have.
He's gonna have plenty of options. I hope the Niners go after him because our DB room sucks.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But I could see him going to the Pack.
I could see. I mean, they'd be Super Bowl contenders easily.
Yeah, no doubt. So
all right, so we like the Texans +9 at home against the Patriots. Mac Jones played well, but we think he could have done a little bit better against Buccaneers defense that's been absolutely trashed throughout this season. Everyone's had their way with the Bucs defense, including like teams like the Falcons.
yeah,
So I mean, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. I know it was rainy, but I think Mac's a little overvalued here after that close game in Foxborough.
mm-hmm.
So that's why we lean that way.
I really and the offense is totally different. If Milk plays, give me Pats -9.5.
No, we're totally dependent on Tyrod.
I Mills sketches me out, Justin. Mills, like, you could look at the offensive efficiency when Tyrod's out there and Mills is out there. Just all like every offensive player, it like drops significantly with Mills out there.
No, they will get crushed if Mills plays.
Yeah.
Big facts.
So definitely. So if Tyrod plays, we like that.
And the Texans might even be in the hunt right now because with their Deshaun Watson situation, I feel like they could just be tanking this season to get the quarterback, first round.
Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up, though, with the first 6 guys right now. I mean, we watched, one of the guys is the Fresno State guy that we just watched.
He's a top 6 guy?
He's in the top 6 of, like, quarterbacks draft.
So me and the homie Dean here, we bet a little bit of college football last weekend, and unfortunately our parlay came down to the final leg. We needed Fresno State to cover.
Against Hawaii.
They were up by 14 in the final quarter. They needed them to hold on to that, and they just blew it.
Their quarterback, who's supposed to be like a first-round pick, threw 4 interceptions.
We're a little emotional right now about that.
I'm hurt.
We're not going to get into that.
Yeah, but anyways.
Don't do parlays.
Yeah, they're rough. All right, your next one.
Okay, so, all right.
Yeah, Justin, that was our first one. We like Rams 2.5.
We love Rams -2.5.
We love it. That's one of our favorites.
Yep. So McVay, all right, so we already got into McVay.
Yeah.
All right, so how about this? Lamar Jackson, 78% of the games against teams under 500, he wins those.
So, wait, who are they playing? Sorry.
I believe it's Colts on Monday night.
Oh, it's the Monday night game.
Yeah.
Oh, you have, let's see, that's the Ravens. Okay.
You have Colts there?
Yeah. It's a toss-up for me.
It's 7? It's a 7 point spread?
It was a 7 last night.
I don't know if I like it 7.
1 second, guys.
That's a little
We're going to
sketch.
double check. I like the Colts +7. Yeah, it's 7. But people are hammering it. Hammering the Colts +7.
All right, maybe we'll come back to that one.
I think that's kind of a toss-up game. That's why I don't have it, like, starred, but I thought it was interesting.
Okay, well, here's an easy one that we both agree on. Kansas City Bills. Kansas City Buffalo. So their last game they played in the playoffs totaled at 62.
I know. I won $400 betting on that game.
And then
God bless Josh Allen garbage time.
And then the other time they played against each other, it was a 43 in 2020 in the regular season.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I don't care because that's the only 2 times that Allen and Mahomes have played each other.
Yeah.
So where do you sit on the over-under on the Kansas City Bills game?
50, so it's 56.5.
That's pretty steep.
That's a high number.
That's pretty steep. Where do you see value there?
Sorry. So what year was it? 40 points?
43 points was 2020. So that was regular season last season.
Okay.
And then 2021 is the playoffs in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the over. I know it's a very high over. Like, it's a little...
You like it?
I feel like, people are going to maybe go the under because the Buffalo Bills have held, defensively their last 3 opponents to 24 points or something.
Yeah.
But they've also played, like, crap teams. So, I mean, if the Washington football team could put up... And the Washington football team was the only team that scored on them in the last 3 games.
How many points did they put?
24 points. It was 24 to 42, I believe. Or 21 to 42.
All right, we like the over here.
But I like the over because that doesn't impress me at all. Like,
here's the thing. I don't want to overthink it. Like, I feel like the worst thing we could do right now is it just makes sense. Like, look at this. Kansas City has a terrible defense. We know what they can do.
They're really bad.
We know what they can do offensively.
Yeah.
The Bills' offense is insane. They put up 30 points a week on a given night.
They're dominating. Yeah.
So I don't want to overthink it. I think it's going to be high scoring.
If Chiefs win, they need to score, but the over/under is risky.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a really fun game.
I'm gonna take the shootout. I know it could totally be like some, weird random trench warfare type of game, but I don't know. With how the offenses are going, I think the Chiefs have something to prove after their horrendous start, for the Chiefs standards.
Well, here's what you got for the under. The Bills really want to beat the Chiefs, right? So they're gonna figure out ways to limit Mahomes, right?
The run, yeah.
They're gonna try to beat. They want to beat the Chiefs here, like
Mhm.
badly. They lost their last 2 meetings.
No, it's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, and Josh Allen, he wants to if he wants to prove that this team is Super Bowl legit, like this, they've been stomping all over teams. Like this right here is the week for them to do it. There's good value on the Chiefs though. You can't deny that.
For the under, for you saying them running the ball, I don't think either of these teams wants to run the ball. Like I get it, but why would you think about? I know you want to limit Mahomes' possessions, but Josh Allen could win a shootout with Mahomes. I mean, he hasn't showed it yet, but I think he can. I mean, with how powerful the offense is, like they're both passing offenses. Devin Singletary and Zach Moss are not. You're not going to run down their throat with those guys.
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is more of a pass catching back. Like these teams are meant to throw the ball.
No, for
so
real.
That's why I think the over's going to hit. But
Yeah, no, I got you. And we know the Chiefs are going to score on anyone. So.
Yeah.
And he does give a good point. Justin says the Sunday night game. Sunday night games are a little weird sometimes.
That's true. Yeah.
Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night. You never know what's going to go down. That's a good point. It's a little bit tricky when it comes to those night games. So, all right, we like the over there. We're gonna not overthink it.
We're just gonna roll with it. Maybe we get burned.
All right, let's see where you're at. We've been going 500 these last couple weeks, so we got to pick it up here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I'll bring up what Justin brought up. I like the Titans -4 against the Jaguars.
Okay.
So the Jaguars, this is a home game for them. And I just, home dogs, and with how terrible the Titans have looked, the Titans are not a good team. Like they're not a structurally sound team. I don't like the Titans at all, and I don't like betting on the Titans. But with Urban Meyer and how much crap is going on with them, and their owner tweeting out Urban Meyer like he needs to grow up, him grinding on some co-ed in Ohio State in his bar,
Columbus.
He's trying to get fired right now. So with all that drama, I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence, but I don't see them covering +4 against the Titans.
AJ Brown and Julio Jones. Do we have an update on those 2 guys?
Let me look it up.
Those guys are very important.
AJ's been questionable. I know that. Hold on.
If they play, I love the Titans -4. But if they don't, dude, Tannehill does not look great passing the ball to these random receivers.
Yeah. Let me look it up. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone.
No, you're good. Yeah, so.
So Sunday. It's so they're signed now. I don't have an update on them.
No updates?
Not yet.
All right, so they're both questionable.
Yeah, they're both questionable again. Yeah.
Well, I feel like that line gets bigger, maybe by a point, if they get confirmed. So if you like the Titans -4, you might want to get them right now.
Yeah. I do like your point that maybe that's why it's where it is right now, because we don't know if those 2 are gonna play.
No, it's 100%.
It's got a significant
their offense is completely different without those guys.
If you think those 2 guys are gonna play, they might win by 8 or 9 points. So yeah, I guess that's a maybe then.
It's human. If you look at it psychology wise, and just look into it from a person to person standpoint, Urban Meyers and their locker room and all these signs literally point to them just not getting it together.
There's too many problems going on off the football field that will totally impact their game. Trevor Lawrence doesn't have a chance with Urban Meyer at the helm right now.
No.
I just
no.
like what is he, like a child? He comes out of, he has heart problems, right? And he go and then he comes out of retirement to coach Trevor Lawrence, you know, the next Andrew Luck, and now he's just like acting like a fool. Like that organization is,
Jacksonville did it to you, man.
oh man,
It's a party. It's a party down
go
there.
wild down there. So how about, I don't know, that's a maybe, I guess. We'll check on AJ Brown and Julio.
All right. So I got one. So Danny Dimes on the road
Woohoo.
is money,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, he upset the Saints last week. We got to talk about the Saints because I don't really know where they're at right now with Jameis Winston in the quarterback situation.
Taysom Hill came in and had 2 rushing touchdowns.
I know, man.
What is going
Jameis is
on?
losing his job, man. I called it.
I don't love Taysom Hill's like throwing ability though. Like,
No, but I just don't think I think Jameis Winston is damaged goods, man. Like after he saw what Tom, like imagine being
you
in
know,
his
like he hit a couple W's earlier on in the season.
imagine how you would feel if a quarterback who's whatever comes in, doesn't matter who he is,
Mm-hmm.
and takes your team to the Super Bowl and wins. What does that say about you? They were a quarterback away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the reason.
I mean, they did draft, what's his name, number 607. Who was the backer? That was significant.
Who?
They were so bad they drafted the dude you love, the linebacker or the DN, the outside linebacker.
Oh, Devin White.
He's significant.
He's a monster. Yeah.
Without old Jameis, they wouldn't have had Devin White. You could thank Jameis Winston for that.
All right, so
those 30 picks.
No, I know. You're right. Thank you, Jameis.
Yeah, Justin. The Saints are a headache.
All right, so Justin has the Giants losing by a touchdown. All right, so here's how I feel about the Giants.
People are hammering the Cowboys -7, right?
They're in Dallas. Like, don't you think that like the way this Cowboys team has been playing and just absolutely pummeling teams? Don't you think this line should be somewhere at like -9, right? So don't you think that there's something fishy going on? I smell something fishy on that line.
Yeah, they're at home. It's. I thought about this. You brought this up last week. He brought this up with the Jets. You brought this up with the Jets game.
Fishy, man.
It's very sus to me that they aren't favored by significantly more points.
Dude, Vegas knows something. Bro.
It is a divisional game, but they are the home team in the divisional game.
Danny Dimes has been throwing well. Saquon Barkley had a big week last week. He's starting to get his thing back together. I know that the Dallas Cowboys will probably win this game, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Giants
exactly.
Cowboys is always close. Like,
We just think like
the Cowboys have been taking care of business. It's been too clean for them, bro.
yeah.
It's
Well,
been
besides the Chargers game, which they should have lost.
They should have lost the Chargers game.
They should have lost the
They
Chargers game.
arguably could have beaten the Bucks. Like I don't love the fact that that game, like they probably should have won that game.
I don't love the Bucks right now either. They're kind of a mess.
I'm staying the hell away from the Bucks.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
I really like this. Like I think it's gonna be
I think it would be more of a 4-point, 4.5. I think
it's just like why is that not like 10 points? Like that's what I
That's not
why
fair.
is that not a 10-point line? Like
it's because they're divisional. They know each other.
and it's how explosive but like let's just think of it like this is Vegas like giving us a hint here because their offense has looked amazing. Their defense hasn't looked that bad. They're not like on the Chiefs level.
Yeah.
And the Giants, they're squeaking out, they're working, but like they're not some impressive team. Like they have Saquon and Danny Dimes is trying to prove himself right now. We still don't know a ton about him.
It's just, I think it's a trap game, guys.
I know. I have trap written down here.
Yeah.
New York.
New York plus 7.5, dude. Take it.
I think it's +7 right now.
Oh, it's 7.
Yeah,
If you can get it, wait till the Cowboy fans hammer it, and then take it 7.5.
that's a good move. They will hammer that. Justin will answer your question. Okay, so J-Rob or Javonte Williams so is it a PPR or half?
I think he's
PPR, right?
I think he's standard.
Was he standard?
I don't know. Justin, what is it again?
What's your format? So J-Rob.
J-Rob, breaking news. Justin Fields is going to be the starter. Oh, it's PPR.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
good. I almost dropped him last night. I was
All right.
thinking about it.
We'll have to talk about the Bears Raiders then.
Okay, but let me answer the
After
question.
this, of course.
So you have Javonte Williams, right?
Uh,
Oh no, you don't.
there's a lot of Williams in this league, bro.
Oh, you have the other
I
guy.
have two other Williams.
Yeah, you have a couple.
I have the Lions Williams and I have
Okay,
the
so
Bears.
Javonte. So how's he doing? 11-7.
That's the Denver guy, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So, so your PPR. So would be a major. So prospective Williams for every other.
Dude, I think.
So go. Sorry.
I don't know. Like, how is the Titans' run defense? Because J. Rob's going against the Titans.
Not as good as it once was, but I just picked up Fields and dropped to be my starter. Nice, Justin. I have Aaron Rodgers, but like Fields is on my bench. I'm just waiting for those rushing touchdowns.
I think
to come in.
Fields. I'm calling it. Fields has a big week this week.
Yeah, I want to talk about that game, but I'll answer your question. So, what do you think of J. Rob? So J. Rob, he's been hard to trust, right? Because like, what the hell do you do with? He's been all over the place with like his.
The problem is the Jaguars can't hold a lead.
So
And
your
they
PPR.
They can't run the football with him.
So PPR, you're getting. So he 6 targets, 3 targets, 6 targets, 2 targets. So they're playing the Titans. So, well, we think, okay, by our, we think Tennessee, if A.J. Brown or Julio, that's tough. You got to see if A.J. Brown or Julio are starting. Because if that happens, then I think the Titans are going to be able to score, like, not at will, but
they're not going to be running the ball.
they're not going to be running the ball, right?
No.
Against Cincinnati, it was a close game. They were able to run the ball. Denver was a close game. They were able to run the ball a
Who
little
does
bit.
Denver play this week?
Denver plays, hold on one second. They play Pitt. But the thing is, like, this is what I'm going to say. I don't know if I trust Javonte Williams with, who's the other quarterback? The guy from Missouri.
Drew Lock. No.
I don't want any starter in the Bronx because Teddy Bridgewater got killed on that play.
Hey, fade Drew Lock in his
but
offense.
the entire offense, like
Fade him, fade the Broncos, fade anything that has to do with Drew Lock. We don't want a part of that.
So I would not start Javonte Williams if
Latavius is
Drew Lock is starting.
Latavius is a coin flip.
Latavius is now the starter.
He is?
Did you see that? Tyson Williams was a healthy scratch this last weekend.
Okay.
So he's like the starter now.
Wow.
But I picked up Gainwell. I like Gainwell's usage. And when they're down, they're not even using Miles Sanders as like a catcher anymore.
Well, they don't want him to get hurt.
Like Gainwell, man, he's gone up. He's gone targets 3, 3, 4, 8. And against Carolina, like I think they're gonna have to Carolina. That's gonna be a close game, to be honest. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think I like Latavius or Gainwell. I don't know if I'd start J. Rob.
I think
or
J. Rob's ultimately dependent on whether or not Julio and AJ Brown play. And then you said Stafford or Fields, and then we're gonna get back to the picks.
Yeah.
Stafford or Fields. I kind of like Stafford there, but I don't know. Fields is a good play. The Stafford's just playing against one of the worst defenses in the league.
So Justin, I would wait on Fields. I'm not starting him. I'm starting Aaron Rodgers.
I feel like if you're desperate, like you need to just like you're 2-2, you want to have a little spark in your offense. Maybe go with Fields because you could have a big day with the run. But I don't know. I lean more towards the consistency.
I think if you're 1-3, you should start Fields.
Yeah, depending on your position, right?
I don't even at 2-2. I don't think I'm not starting Justin Fields, and I'm 2-2.
Yeah, Stafford.
I would start Stafford because we think they're gonna wreck.
We think Rams would be having their way.
Do I pick up Lance or? Oh, this is funny. I have Fields. He has Lance. This is funny.
I have Trey Lance. I'm a Niners fan. I have Trey Lance on my team. I don't think I should answer this. I'm obviously going to go with Lance here. I think he's going to have a great game against the Cardinals. I'm a believer. I thought I saw some pretty crazy run moves by him. And I just don't really...
We can have a good debate on this one.
I think there's more options for him to succeed, behind Shanahan, He's a better coach. He's a better offensive, players around him with George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the league. I don't know. I feel like it's night and day between who has the better team. It just depends on what quarterback you trust more.
The one thing that gives me, I personally like Lance more, but what gives me pause is, so Matt Nagy announced that Justin Fields will be the starter moving forward. Kyle Shanahan might go back to Jimmy Garoppolo. We don't know that.
Yeah,
that is the one issue with this. I'd rather have Lance, to be honest. He's on a better team.
Dude, Shanahan pisses me off, bro.
But I could totally see him going back to Jimmy. Could you? Like Matt Nagy, Justin's right. On Yahoo, he said he's going to be the starter moving forward.
He's doing whatever he can do to keep his job because he knows he's losing the locker room.
I know, so
Andy Dalton.
I personally would rather... that's tough because I like Lance's long-term upside like later in the season.
Yeah.
But I think if Fields is just going to start moving forward, I'd rather have Fields. But that's
a fair statement.
That's where...
It just depends. What do you like better? Do you like the ceiling or do you like a little bit lower of a ceiling, but he's going to probably start more games?
Yeah, I don't think you could go wrong with either, to be honest. It's just we don't trust Kyle Shanahan as Niners fans. We know he might go back to Jimmy Garoppolo, man.
You can't trust a word that guy says.
So for your original question, I would probably go J-Rob or Latavius Murray's going to get a lot of work. I'd probably go Latavius or Gainwell. I don't know. You got to pick between those two.
This guy's got the good advice.
That's a lot of guys. That's because you're in PPR. I like Gainwell for the receptions. I think he's going to get more and more work out of the backfield, like receiving. So, and then Lance and Fields, that's kind of a judgment call whether you need right now like production or like long term. Because man, playoffs. This is the last thing I'll say about that. Playoffs, Lance might be just dominating, during the fantasy playoffs. So
that's why I have him on my bench.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I hope he answered your questions, Justin.
We try to answer all the questions we can to anyone watching. Just throw us a question out in the comments. Justin, we got you, bro.
Okay, what are we?
So what were we?
We took New York.
We took New York Giants plus 7.5.
Yeah,
that was my pick. Then you go now. So wow, we're just kind of agreeing on everything right now. This is I'm kind of scared right now. I don't know if I love this.
So I like. One second. Okay, so we already have a lot of the ones I like. I'm just throwing out like I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
I like Washington +2 against the Saints.
Okay.
I like what I saw out of Taylor Heineke. I think the Saints have a problem at quarterback right now. They don't know what the hell they're going to do. Their one thing is, though, I do trust Sean Payton, right? I trust Sean Payton. So,
but
I like Rivera. I was just going to say that. So, yeah. I like Washington, to be honest. I like their...
Are they in New Orleans?
They're...
at home.
I think it's...
Washington's at home, right?
Washington's at home, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Washington there, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on it?
I don't know. I think Taylor Heineke, like, dude, you want to talk about a guy to pick up right now. I mean, he's been an absolute monster. He's averaging like 25 points a game in the last 3 weeks in fantasy for our standard PPR scoring.
Yeah, it's in Washington. Yeah, exactly.
I like Heineke, and I like what I saw from him in the playoffs last year. Like, dude, like
he's got some guts. He's got some grit.
He's got that it factor to him. He's got like the intangibles that a lot of you can't learn that.
He's got his confidence to make that throw to Terry to win the game against like the Falcons. Dude, he's got some cojones,
No, I personally, I'm not a huge believer in the Saints. I think they're the third best team in the South. I put the Panthers over the Saints right now with where their quarterback's at and how that team's been shaping out.
Mm-hmm.
I like the football team.
Yeah, Justin. So Justin says this one is hard to bet on. It can go either way, but I don't trust Winston and Scary Terry in the front four looking safe. That's exactly where I'm at, Justin. When you have a problem, you don't know who's starting. Taysom Hill might start, and I don't love Taysom Hill's throwing ability. He's got a strong arm, but
he's a gadget guy.
He's a gadget guy. So I think there's too much unsettled at their quarterback position. It's in Washington. They have a great front four, you know, and
they were a solid team that like gave Tampa problems in the playoffs.
yeah, and Heinicke, he has some weapons out there. Like McKissick is solid, you know,
Gibson.
They got Terry.
Give us the football team money line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's take them money line.
Money line.
I like
All right.
that.
Oh, like in our favorites?
Yeah, throw it in there.
Wow. Nice. I'm stoked for that. Would you rather have Fields, Lance, or Hill to be your QBT?
Not Hill.
Not Hill.
I'm a Lance guy and he's a Fields guy. We're split on this.
I don't trust Kyle. If Kyle Shanahan said Lance is going to start for the rest of the season, I'd be Lance, and I don't even have Lance. But Justin, it's whether you need him to start right now. If you need to start right now, I'd have Fields. But if you can wait, Lance, I think what we hope as Niner fans, and what we kind of think is Lance is going to do what Cap did to Alex Smith. He's going to have 2 or 3 solid. He's going to show enough. We might, they might be in the Cardinals game till the end. Hopefully, it might be close, and then he'll steal the job. And if Lance steals the job, I think, the expectation it's endless.
The problem is, here's what I'll say right now.
What?
I kind of see Lance having a good week for some reason against the Cardinals, and maybe that's just me being a homer. But like, I have faith in him. I saw some good things from him in last week's game against the Seahawks, and I feel like if you let Lance go to the waiver wire of next week, it might be too late, and someone might pick him up. Like,
it's the same with Fields, though.
That's true.
Wait, he's good with it. Yeah, we would prefer the 2 rookies.
Yeah.
Oh, Panthers got Gilmore?
Panthers got Gilmore. That's
Wow.
money. That defense is nice, man.
Wow. That's intriguing. They must be paying him a lot of money. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you give me another one then.
All right, let's talk about the Panthers, man. Who do the Panthers play?
The Panthers play.
Aren't they playing the Eagles?
Yeah.
4.5?
They are playing the Eagles.
4.5? 4.5?
I'm looking.
I keep saying it.
Yeah.
It's early, man.
It's 3.5.
Wow, so it moved.
Wait, it just moved.
The line just moved.
It just moved.
So with the recent signing, the line moved. That shows the magnitude.
Oh my god! It literally just
the
moved.
magnitude that Stephon Gilmore has is a point.
When we started, I think it was 4.5.
Maybe
Maybe it was 4.
Maybe we're tripping right now.
It was definitely 4 something or 4.
That's crazy.
It might have been a half a point, but still.
All right, so we like.
So minus 3.5.
Where do you stand on this one? I kind of like the Panthers here. I know we bet on them last week.
Yeah. I just still don't know who the Panthers are.
Yeah.
He can't play till week 6. Okay, thanks, Justin.
Okay.
So they moved half a point. I don't.
So that wasn't. We're tripping about that.
Yeah, I don't.
know how to do it.
Oh, I forgot the COVID stuff, right? He has to come to the facility and
Yeah,
chill
but
for
he
a
had
bit.
no magnitude over the line moving.
Yeah, but the line did move. Is it 4?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't love the Panthers. I still don't know who the Panthers are. They played 3 terrible teams, and then I don't. The Cowboys are good, but are they? They're the top echelon, but like, I don't want to touch this game.
I have a thought on this game.
What?
What do you think about the under?
Oh, he's on the pup. Oh, I forgot he's on the pup. Damn it. Week 6, he's on the pup. Yeah.
What do you think of the under on this game?
I like that. I like that better than choosing the spread.
Well, would you be more leaning under or over? Because I feel like these 2 teams would be competitive, and I, for some reason, see it being kind of a close game. Like under. Like 21-17 or something.
If I had to choose, it would be the under. I don't think it's the over.
Okay, we'll stay away from this one.
The Eagles have a good defense, but on both of their lines they have a bunch of injuries.
Okay, I have a couple of other ones.
Yeah, I want to stay away from that game.
All right, so I like the Browns going into
Oh, here we go.
Going
This is
into-
the big.
going into SoFi. Give me Baker Mayfield against Justin Herbert.
Does that make you sick to say that?
It makes me a little sick.
a little throw up in the mouth.
You know, this is another one of those. This is like my Jets call last week, where I'm just like, I'm a little hesitant to hop on that Chargers team. Why is it that low?
So we
spread?
talked about. So just to give you guys some background, we talked about this last night, and I'm like, he's like, oh, so we were on the Browns, right? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, bro. And then I literally did a deep dive. I even went on to Next Gen, the stats on NFL.com.
Yeah.
Because I hate Baker Mayfield so much. So I went on there, and by the time I was done, I actually like the Browns. I actually like the Browns in this game. So
wow. That was kind of a flip there.
Well, because Baker Mayfield has only had 2 interceptions, right? He hasn't been turning over the ball.
Yeah.
He hasn't been good, but their running backs have combined for 700 yards, and he's thrown for like 4, I think, while Herbert's thrown, I think he's at 900. They have a much better rushing attack.
Yes.
I looked at it, they're both about...
Defensive line.
The Chargers' defense isn't as good statistically as I thought it was.
Really?
Like stopping the run. Like I think they're 13 in rush defense. So
here's how I look at it.
Sorry, no, wait, they're 3, 6, 9, 12. So this is a big one. 15. So they're 60. So just yards per carry, they're 16th in the league.
Okay.
They're giving up over 5 yards a carry, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So,
I think Browns are going to beat them.
Yeah, No, I know. I really don't like.
It's a gross bet.
Oh, nice, Justin.
6th-round pick for Dylan.
I hate Baker Mayfield is like the 25th ranked quarterback right now, like statistically.
Well, what's Baker's job?
His job is not turning the ball over.
Hand the ball off and don't hand. Yes. Justin says Browns ML is exciting. We love it. We love the Browns ML.
Oh my god. I looked it up and I thought the Chargers' rushing offense was better than it was. Eckler's been like solid, but they're not even in the top 10.
I think
it's a lot.
I think people are gonna just hop all over the Chargers because what they've been able to do. Which, to be fair, Justin Herbert's been nothing short of amazing. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's exciting.
Yeah.
But something smells fishy here. The line. I feel like you would look at the line a little differently. With how the Browns have been playing. Browns beat Texans yet again. Texans, Minnesota, and the Bears. Yeah, but they also should have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. If Baker Mayfield wasn't Baker Mayfield, they probably would have won that game. And I know that goes against what I'm saying now.
To be honest, I think Minnesota is a lot better than their record shows.
Yeah.
I really liked Minnesota. We didn't go into it. I liked Minnesota at minus 6.5, but it moved to 9 against the Lions. I really like the Vikings have a good team.
Yeah.
They've lost some tough games.
They got the quarterback. They got the wide receivers.
They just don't have a kicker.
Wide receivers. Yeah. Well, that's been the Minnesota's problem since the 1990s.
Minnesota's gonna make the playoffs. That's how I see Minnesota.
The Vikings are actually one of the most playoff, the highest playoff percentage of making it each season. They're in the top 5 in the history of their franchise.
No, the
it
league.
Goes Cowboys. It goes.
How many times they make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, how many years versus how many times they make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Percentage wise. Oh yeah.
They make the playoffs a lot.
Seems like they're always in there. I remember them getting them with old Brett Favre, old wheeled Brett. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I like Minnesota's good, and the Texans. The Texans had Tyrod Taylor, and they were far better than with Davis Mills.
And the
Texans are a better team.
And did they beat the Bears in Chicago?
I don't know where that game was.
Because Chicago Bears at home are pretty good.
But, the Bears have a great defense, right? So, it's those teams aren't it's not like the Falcons and the Jets. No offense to the Jets.
All right, so we're talking right now about the
Browns.
We're talking about the Browns against the Los Angeles Chargers
in SoFi.
in SoFi, we like the Browns to pull off the upset. I know Baker Mayfield hasn't been great, but we like that one.
So we take a money line plus 105.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so he says Panthers, 49ers, and Cards, in my opinion. Wait. Panthers,
49ers, and Cards.
oh, to make playoffs?
Oh, the
Okay.
wild card teams. Got you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I like
think
those.
Definitely 3 from the NFC West.
Yeah, the NFC West is stacked.
Yeah.
I like the Panthers too. Like.
Panthers are solid. Those are some good future bets.
Yeah. To be honest though, like to just get into the Cowboys a little, I don't know if I love the Cowboys winning the whole thing. But the thing is, like, a lot of teams, like, it's kind of fun this year. Not one team is so head and shoulders above. Like, you know, the Bucks, like, they had a little bit of a rough patch, but I don't see, like,
There's not one dominant force.
no, I think you could put the Browns and the Cowboys and the Bills and the Chargers and the Chiefs kind of like, you know, in the AFC, you know, kind of in their own.
Yeah.
You know, like I got the
There's a
Cowboys in there
tier,
too.
there's a tier.
The NFC.
The Cowboys are above them, but there's a tier of like teams.
It's like
There's like a box that you could throw a bunch.
it's
of
not
teams
even like
into.
a straight line. It's
It's
like
like
a box. I like
It's,
the
it's
box.
like a cardboard box that says possibly Super Bowl contending, and
Yeah.
we're throwing a bunch of them in there.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, so hey, so we like the Browns money line.
Yeah.
Let's talk about one of your picks here. We've been agreeing a lot this podcast, even with Justin here.
I like the Chargers.
You're torn.
No, well, I took it and I'm like, it's an emotional thing because I think Herbert is so much better than Baker Mayfield. Like that's where it is, and I think
You don't want to be too emotional about
your
it.
quarterback is your best player on your team. So it's really annoying for me to pick like the squad versus the quarterback because like Mahomes has proved us wrong time and time again that the quarterback can beat the squad. You know,
I mean, that's why the Niners traded.
that's why we don't have another ring, right?
Yeah.
So it's rough for me to do that, but I didn't think the Chargers defense was. Yeah, Justin, you're right. I don't think the Chargers defense is as good as I thought they were when I looked at the stats. That's what made me change my mind.
All right, so why don't we throw it in there for now, and then we'll shave off the ones that we're kind of about. So,
Yeah. So
Talk
let
to
me
me.
go. It's getting I don't know. Now these are a bunch of maybes now. So I have the Bears covering plus 5.5 against the Raiders. It's a maybe.
We'll see.
It's a maybe, but
Huh.
I don't know. I think the Raiders are a little pretender. I'm not gonna lie. I think even though Derek Carr is the most touchdown passes, and I think he's most in touchdown passes. He's up there in yards too.
Here's the issue with betting against the Raiders is you're betting against Vegas, bro. Like for some reason, for some weird reason, like
And it's a home game.
I'm a little.
It's in Vegas. You bet
You're
against
betting-
Vegas
you're
in
betting
Vegas.
against Vegas in
Against Vegas.
Like I don't love going against those guys over there in the Sin City. But you're right, man. I mean, like Justin Fields is making the start. Like there is like kind of that narrative that I could see taking place where it's like Fields is now the quarterback and like he's gonna take the Bears to another level.
You know what's intriguing? It's 44.5, but I kind of like the under in this game.
Okay.
I would like the under, I think.
Just because Justin Fields is kind of more of a run-heavy quarterback.
I just think the Bears' defense is going to stymie what the Raiders are going to do, and I think the Bears, like last week, even though David Montgomery's now hurt, you picked up Damian Williams. Damian Williams, great, #1 pickup this week. I think they're going to really depend on the run game, you know, to take pressure off of Fields. So I think there's going to be a lot of running.
No, for sure.
Because the Rams' defense is, I think, to get the Bears' defensive line, you know, from killing Derek Carr, you got to run the ball, right?
No.
So I think it's going to be a lot of running. So I actually like the under. I like the under in that better
Wow.
than. I like the under in that better than the spread.
It's a nice transition there.
But pretty solid points, right? I think it's all right.
Yeah, we'll throw it in there.
So maybe. So Justin Fields will be good this week with money out, possible.
He says he's gonna with money out possibly 2 Russian TDs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet on that, but I would probably.
I think it's interesting.
I've been on 1 maybe.
They've totally committed to. I do like now, like we were talking about Lance stuff off, Cam.
Yeah.
But I like how now they're actually going to make a game plan for Justin Fields.
Definitely.
Not some crap. And it sounds like the offensive coordinator is going to have more of a say than Matt Nagy.
How do the Raiders do against running quarterbacks like this year?
I don't know. Raider. You look that up. I'll talk.
They've played against.
So yeah, Justin. I think this would be the game where Justin Fields breaks out. I do like the 2 rushing touchdowns.
They haven't played against.
I think that's a little bold if you get.
Oh, they beat Lamar.
Good odds on it.
They beat Lamar. They beat the ultimate Russian quarterback.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But Lamar, I to be honest, I like Damian Williams better than any running back on the Ravens right now.
That's true.
Like the Ravens would love to have Damian Williams.
You're right.
I would take him for 1 rushing touchdown. I think 2's bold, but if you get a good odds, I'd send it.
Yeah, it's like hammering dude. 2 weeks in a row, I was almost gonna bet Gronk to get 2 touchdowns, and I was like, it's not gonna happen. And I was wrong. So the 2 touchdown bet, the 2 tutty bet might work out. Might make you a little bit of extra money. So
Yeah.
we're always down to send it.
Definitely. So the under in the Chicago Raiders game. Do you have anything else or?
I think there's a couple other games that I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about Jets and Falcons. So the Jets made us some money last week. That was pretty solid.
The Jets
are going to Atlanta.
Wait, isn't this game in England? Is this
Oh.
the England game?
There's an England game this week.
Hold on, I don't want to bet on that game because those games are nuts. I'm not betting on an England game. It's not happening. I'm never. I have it here. Wait, the Jets Falcons. We're not betting on.
What
this
time
game.
is it?
It's October. But I looked it up. Hold on. I'm not betting on this game. I'm not betting on. You remember when the Jaguars were like the #1 team and they got blown out by some crap team? Like I'm staying away from the Wembley games, bro.
Man,
Unless it's soccer.
What's funny is they always put the worst teams out in England.
They send off the scrubs.
They never send
No.
you never see a big time match. No one wants to play in England.
No, never. And then the other game you want to hear? So October 10th, it's the Jets versus the Falcons. The other game is going to be the Dolphins versus the Jaguars. The week after. Oh man, we're not betting on that game. I'm not betting on that game.
Well, he says Jets money line is where it's at.
I'm not betting in England.
That might be the coin flip bet.
That will be.
That might be the ultimate coin flip bet, actually.
Justin, we're gonna make that the coin flip bet. I just can't rationally bet on that game in England. You're going. What are they from the East Coast? They're going 6 hours ahead. So
it's quite a ways.
That's rough. I remember hearing players complain the week after that game they're all messed up from the time change still.
No, the England game is a lot.
That might have a huge impact on both of those teams next week, actually.
We might be betting against them, actually.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the numbers on that.
That'd be interesting. I should take a note of that, actually. Jets, Falcons.
We don't like doing coin flips, so
Falcons, Jets.
Just for fun.
I'm biased. I'm a Jets fan.
Oh, you're a Jets fan? Oh, that's where you're telling me to not bet on the Jets. It's funny.
I love Zach Wilson, by the way. I gotta say.
That's hilarious.
Got a good future.
Never been on the Jets.
So what else you got?
We could talk about the Bengals.
That's why I might have to start Dalton over Pitts. If you have the ability to not drop Pitts, I would start Dalton Schultz because
it sounds like he has a pretty deep bench.
Yeah, Dak loves throwing to his tight ends, so Dalton Schultz has been getting a lot of work. I know Blake Jarwin's still out there, but If I could have picked up Dalton Schultz without dropping a guy, I would have started him over Pitts. But I'm not dropping Pitts, so what game? Sorry.
I was going to talk about Bengals against the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, okay.
Something's like interesting about that game. Like I feel like all the signs point to the Green Bay Packers walking all over the Bengals. But something tells me something else is happening. Something else is going on. He's a deep bench plus the Giants.
Well, what's the spread?
Jets, Falcons, under maybe. Yeah. I could see the maybe.
I looked up the history, though, of the England games, and I was thinking about that, but then so it's been, let me go up. So, yeah, it's been all over the place. Like,
I could see the under there.
last year, it was 2-2, the over-under.
Okay.
And the year before that, it was 2-2. So it might be. There's only 2 England games this year. There's not 4. So I don't know. I just don't want to bet that game.
Yeah.
But
if something comes out, we might. But
yeah. So Green Bay.
what do you think of Green Bay and the Bengals?
Well, what's the spread?
I believe it's down to 3. It was a 3.5 point spread, but it moved down to 3.
So yeah, it's 3.
Okay. I like that better at 3.5 with Bengals,
Yeah.
but
Wow, people are hammering Green Bay. -3 is -125.
but what's weird is they're hammering Green Bay, yet the spread's gone the opposite direction. Like, what does that tell you? Like,
Yeah.
the books know something, bro.
I wouldn't bet on this game.
I could see Cincinnati winning. I don't know why.
Joe Mixon's out, probably. Because Perrine was like at the top of waivers.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a huge loss.
I don't know, man. I'm staying away from this one.
I agree with you. I think the Bengals might win this game, but I'm not going to bet on it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
We don't-
I wouldn't bet on the Packers, though. That's what I think we're trying to say.
No, that's exactly what we're saying. So, I don't know. I feel like we've talked about pretty much every game. I don't know, Justin, if you got anything else on there that you want us to go over, you want to talk about.
Yeah.
We're not betting on Tampa. Denver, Pittsburgh is kind of sketch.
I don't want to bet on that. I don't know what the hell Roethlisberger is. We don't know if Drew Lock's quarterback.
Yeah, it's just, there's too many, like, with betting, dude, it's like, there's so many unknowns, and the more unknowns there are, it's just like, I'm staying away from the coin flip.
I just want to say one last. I think we're wrapped up with all that. Besides, we'll do the coin flip with the Jets Falcons. But I don't think I talked about it for a second. But the Vikings Lions, I loved the Vikings until the line became 9.
Okay.
So I think just to talk about the Vikings a little bit. I think the Vikings have a much better team. I think they played a really good Browns team really tough in Cleveland, right? They were in Cleveland. 14-7, and the Vikings have a great offense. Their defense isn't they're one of those teams that has a very, very solid offense all around. They got Dalvin Cook, they got Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen.
Kirk Cousins can distribute.
Has been great, very consistent. But I liked it. It's too big now. 9. I don't know if it's enough to take the Lions, but what do you think about that?
Dude, I think that right now where the spread's at, I'm a little. If it was at 7, I might have liked it, but 9-point spread, that's a little crazy.
It moved a 1.5 since last night, which is a lot. It was at 7.5 last night, and I thought it'd buy a point and get 6.5, but now it's kind of out of control. This is in Detroit, and it's a divisional game, so it's. I liked it at 6.5, but now I don't.
Now I almost like the Lions there.
If you buy a point plus 10, I like the Lions there.
You could do a teaser, 6-point teaser, throw on a couple other teams in there.
Ooh, hello.
And then you got 15.
I like that.
Is it 9.5?
No, it's 9 right now.
So 15, yeah, take that. Though the Lions in a teaser, they're not going to lose by 2 touchdowns.
I think it's gonna move back. I don't think you're gonna get better. I don't think it's gonna go to 9.5.
If you like the Lions, I'd take them there. I don't know. We're a little torn there. We think for sure the Vikings will win that. I don't see the Lions being able to beat anyone.
The Vikings have a lot to prove. Well, the Lions can't win close games, and they're a lot better than we thought, but they're still gonna lose a lot of games. And I think the Vikings are much better than their record says. Like I still think they have a shot at making the playoffs.
All right. Any fantasy football questions? We can answer those.
Yeah.
But right now, let's talk. So you got them all written down today, and that nice sheet of paper you got there.
Yeah, it's all messed up.
It's a little hard to read, but why don't we?
It's like my biology notes. The favorites?
Yeah. What do we got?
Okay, so Rams -2.5.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, you like that or?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so I'm cool with that. So Houston +9, but that's Tyrod Taylor dependent. So maybe we keep that out of it because we're just doing our ones for today, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So Chiefs Bills over.
Send it.
Send. Giants.
I'm gonna get the coin really quick.
Yeah, that's a good call. Giants. So New York Giants. +7. What do you think?
I like it.
Okay. We'll send that one. Washington money line.
Washington money line. That's a go.
And so Browns money line. So we're doing. That's a go. So that's
6.
We're doing 5.
We got 5 today.
Yeah.
And then what's our coin flip again?
The Jets Falcons in Wembley Stadium.
Okay. All right. I'll do the first.
Haven't the Falcons been on this like 3 times now?
All right. The Falcons, the bird.
Yeah, the Falcons.
The head's the jet.
The eagle. The Falcons, the eagle, and the Jets
All
at the head.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So we got Jets.
So Jets.
Jets 1 up.
All right. Ooh, Falcons.
Oh, the first time we've had one go to the final. It's really a coin flip here, but it's going to the Falcons. So you heard it here first. The 3-1 coin flip bet.
Sorry, Justin. We're rooting against your Jets. Here's
We got the Falcons here in Wembley. Matt Ryan will prevail.
All right, so Blast, final thoughts. So our favorites are Rams -2.5 against Seattle. Chiefs Bills over. The Giants covering +7 against the Cowboys. Washington football team money line and Browns money line against the Chargers.
Yes, sir.
So that's
our slate for the week.
that's our show today. That was so solid. We got over a lot. I think we
covered a lot, man.
covered a lot, man. Yeah.
All right, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, everyone.
We
who
appreciate you for watching.
Stop by. And,
Yeah, subscribe, please.
Yes, sir. All right.
Have a good day.
Take it easy. Good job. Yeah, that was all right.
We're off.